Hey budget gardeners, Vita Loca here. Join me today as we go bargain hunting for some seeds. So let's go. It is the beginning of January. There are some great deals out there gardening related. And I recently went to Ocean State Job Lot. Now I know it's not located all over the United States, but what I'll do for you is put up on the screen all the locations where Ocean State Job Lot is currently located. So you can see the stores are generally located in the northeastern part of the United States. I've been shopping there for years when it comes to buying stuff for my garden, and I wanted to share with you some great deals you can find, especially on their seeds. It's a great discount store, very comparable to many of the dollar stores that you find out there. I would say one of the biggest differences is you'll find a lot more name brand type items there, such as things by Burpee or Miracle Grow, things along those lines. I'm all about budget gardening, so please like, subscribe, share, and comment if you're interested. Okay, let me share the great bargains that I found.
It is early January and check it out. Ocean State always marks their seeds down 40% off to start the season. And I can assure you, these are not old seeds. These are seeds that were packed for this growing season. And since the seeds just came out, I'm getting the best selection now. And that's what you want to do. You want to get them before they get picked over. These are the largest seed packs that they have. So even though they're listed as being $7.99, with the 40% off discount, it comes down to $4.79, which I think is a steal. And you can see there's quite a variety of different plants that are mixed in each of these seed packets. Maybe you want a variety of seeds for a cut flower garden, or you're trying to attract the pollinators, or you just want a nice mix of different types of vegetable seeds. They really have a great mix and selection of seeds here. Some seeds do better directly sown out in your garden, so they do have an area here that's specifically for seeds that are recommended for direct sowing. But then there are a ton, and I do mean a ton, of seeds for vegetables, and they're nicely organized alphabetically so you can find what you're looking for very easily. Not everyone has big garden spaces, so there is a little section for container spaces, which this is perfect if you want to grow in some sort of a pot or a container or a raised garden bed. They have seeds that are specific for that, a lot of bush and compact varieties. And there's a good variety or a good selection within each category of vegetable seeds, from what I could see. Yes, you may not find every single variety of plant out there, and you can find those on the internet on different websites. However, this is so convenient to just walk in a store and get whatever seeds you need. And once again, you don't have to pay for shipping. What I like to do is buy as many seeds as I can from Ocean State Job Lot, and then any other seeds that I absolutely need, I can then buy online. The cost of food is getting so expensive, and for this kind of price, you really can't go wrong. You can even experiment or try something different, something new. And who knows, you actually may be pleasantly surprised. Well, this section was interesting. It was called Staff Picks, and it was basically seeds that were picked out by people that work for Burpee. I love tomatoes, and I was surprised at how many different kinds of tomato seeds they actually had in stock. And if you did want to buy in bulk, they did offer some varieties of different vegetables that you could buy in larger size bags. Those were normally $7.99, but with the 40% off discount, they were $4.79, which I think is a really good deal. If you really only like to buy organic seeds, they also had quite a large selection of organic vegetable seeds that you could buy. The organic seeds were normally $4.19, but with the 40% off discount, they ring in at $2.51 per seed packet. For flowers, it started with staff picks again. So in case you're wondering what the Burpee employees like for flower seeds, you can start with those. But then there was a great selection of both annual as well as perennial flower seeds, and they were sorted alphabetically by name. And I think we all know how expensive flowers are when you buy them at the garden centers. So starting your own flowers from seed is really the cheapest, most economical way to go. If you like winter sowing, definitely pick up a bunch of perennial seeds because those are great to be winter sowing during the cold winter months. Or maybe you like starting seeds indoors under some sort of grow light system. There are a ton of seeds for you to experiment with. And then, of course, there are some seeds that you can just direct sow directly in the ground. And did you know that many of these flowers at the end of the season will go to seed? And then you can collect the seeds from those flowers and keep growing them year after year. And that will cost you nothing, which is even better. And then there was a section called Container Favorites. Now, for that section, I'll be honest, some of it, yes, would look great in a container, like some of the shorter variety of plants. But then there were some other varieties that I would say you probably wouldn't want to put in a container. So use your best judgment on that. But there was a very nice selection of different kinds of sunflowers, sweet peas, wildflowers, as well as zinnias. And then there was a very decent selection of all different kinds of herbs, both annual as well as perennial varieties of herbs. I was looking carefully at the lavender because a lot of us have trouble growing lavender from seed. For that reason, down below, I'm going to put a link showing you my process for growing lavender from seed because I've had a lot of success with it and I'll be doing it again in a future video this year. Experiment with herbs, maybe even try growing some indoors during the winter months. It's a lot of fun. I have so many seeds, I really didn't need to buy any seeds, but I couldn't resist. Many of these perennials I will be winter sowing, and the annuals I'll be starting indoors under my grow lights. The only exception here for perennials are the delphiniums. I will be growing the delphiniums indoors under my grow lights. I had a lot of success growing delphinium from seed last year. I'll also link that down in the description below. After the 40% discount, you can see that I paid between $1 to $2 per seed packet. I paid $1.67 for the butterfly weed packet of seeds at Ocean State Job Lot. If I were to buy that same packet of seeds on the Burpee website, I would be paying $9.90 after shipping. They had 8 quarts of seed starting mix and it was $3.50 a bag, which I thought was a pretty good price. That comes out to about 44 cents per quart. If you do want to buy your own seed starting mix, shop around and price compare. That's very important. And also always look at the ingredients that are in your seed starting mix. The prices for the biodegradable pots was pretty decent also. The 2-inch pots were $3 and 22 of the larger 3-inch pots was $4.50. If you're new to seed starting or you just can't afford some of the very expensive seed starting trays, I really recommend the Jiffy seed starting trays. For $8.50, you get a 10 by 20 solid bottom tray, 72 cell inserts, as well as a humidity dome. And it's still not too late if you want to pick up your amaryllis or paperwhite bulbs. They're only $6.99, and be sure to save them over the summer so that you can force them to bloom again next year.
If I find any other great gardening related bargains, I'll be sure to share them with you. And until the next video, make it a great day with gardening.